FC Bayern away from home in their last game of the season. They were playing in Sinsheim, which is the home of Hoffenheim, TSG Hoffenheim, and an emotional day for a couple of notable players. And we start with the man of the hour, Thomas Muller. He said goodbye on his 503rd Bundesliga game. 503 games in the Bundesliga for a one-club man. Let's all together, let's clap. Let's clap that one in. And also an emotional day for Tom Bischoff of Hoffenheim. His last ever appearance in the blue of Hoffenheim before he makes the trip of a lifetime to sign up, well, sign his soul away, signs his future away at FC Bayern. Anyway, let's get into the game itself. As you can see, let's start with the Hoffenheim side at home. 3-3-2-2 formation, and Christian Ilse. Will it be his last game in charge? Rumours have been swirling that other people will come in and take his job from under him, but apparently, well, he's under contract for a few more years, that's for sure. Tottenham in a 3-3... Tottenham? On the brain, man. On the brain, Tottenham. Just because we did a video yesterday. We did a video on Pedro Porro as a potential right-back option for FC Bayern. As you can see at the minute, King Conrad Lima has been playing there, but they've rotated through a number of players. FC Bayern this season at right-back. So we put a video out, link in the description down below. Go and check it out. Tottenham's Pedro Porro. Desirable option, cost-effective, highly effective. 6 assists so far this season from right-back. Anyway, go and check that one out. Come back to this game. Hoffenheim at home, 3-3-2-2. I'm not sure how many times I've said that today. Oliver Baumann, who's Gemeinschaft, Germany's current number one in the sticks at the Pre-Zero Arena. That back three of Kevin Akpamagumba on the left. Arthur Chavez on the right. Arthur! And then Leo Oostergaard in the middle. Well, it looks like it's a 3, but technically it's 5. It's a 3-5-2, isn't it? It's Alexander Prass on the left. It's Pavel Kadaberek on the right. It's Anton Stack. He's a great Football Manager 24, great FM 24 pickup. Anton Stack in the middle, a destroyer. And then the two more attacking-minded midfielders for Hoffenheim is Dennis Geiger, and Tom Bischoff. Yeah, there he is, Tom Bischoff. Oh, sorry there. There he is, Tom Bischoff. And they're trying to provide Anton Kramaric, who's popped up with a lot of goals this season, 9 goals this season, and Adam Hozek, who also likes to find the net. Anton Kramaric, by the way, he scored in, I think it's something like 11 games against FC Bayern. Loves to score against the Rekordermeister. Then FC Bayern, one last time this season, in the Bundesliga at least, for Thomas Muller, playing up front, because Harry Kane, according to the pre-match presser from the Big Brain on Vincent Company, he said that Harry Kane's had a hard week. Now, that to me sounds like double speak. What do you think? Oh, you're getting blocked there, aren't you, sweet? What do you think, Conso? That to me sounds like double speak for might have celebrated a little bit too hard. Do you know what? He deserves it, doesn't he? First trophy lift of his entire career at age... Is he 29? Is he 30? Either way, it's a brilliant effort. We better clap that one in. But it did cost him a starting place. But to be fair, putting Thomas Muller up front for an hour, that feels like it was a clever decoy, really. Anyway, to give Thomas Muller a send-off as a substitute. Anyway, Manny Neuer in goal at 39. He's struggling through the pain barrier, isn't he? He's been constantly jabbed with those injections to keep him going. He's got a Club World Cup round the corner, but is he going to be starting? Or is it going to be the diminutive pint-sized Jonas Erberg in goal, who I read this morning, someone tweeted that he's the best keeper in Germany right now. I mean, he's good, he's talented, he's got a bright future. I'm not sure he's the best right now. Anyway, that's all objective, isn't it? I mean, subjective, sorry. We've got a back four of Rafael Guerrero on the left, King Conrad Lima on the right, Josip Stanisic alongside Kieran Dyer, his last ever game for Bayern Munich before he sets off to Ligue 1 to go and play in Vive la France for AS Monaco, former club coached by the Professor. Arsene Wenger. Great film, isn't it? Old Lion King. Yeah, last appearance for Eric Dyer. That double pivot in the 4-2-3-1 of Alexander Pavlovich. We wish him well. Shake off those injuries and that illness, son, and you'll have a brilliant future. Alongside Joshua Kimmich, you've got an attacking three of Michael Olise, beautiful left foot. Mwah, chef's kiss of a left foot. Don't forget his former Crystal Palace team won the FA Cup just over the weekend, and Gonzo and I were chuckling because Eddie Nketiah, Steady Eddie, left Arsenal to go and win trophies, and we all laughed at him. He won, didn't he? Eddie Nketiah lifted the FA Cup for Crystal Palace. What a goal, by the way, from Ebril Eze. Go and check that out on Ask Jeeves. Go and check it out with your friends. Go and recreate it in the park. What a goal. 2 touches as a counter-attack and a swept finish. Whew, that was impressive. Anyway, Michael Olise on the right. Kingsley Coman on the left. They've got problems, haven't they, in that left wing position. And we did another video, all about the plugs today. We did another video suggesting that Luis Enrique, nothing to do with the Farmers League, PSG manager Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique, Brazilian, currently plays for Olympique Marseille in Ligue 1. We've just finished second, by the way, behind PSG in Ligue 1 and qualified for the Champions. Pretty sure we can't get demonetised, Gonzo. Yeah, we suggested that Luis Enrique could be a very desirable and cost-effective option on the left wing for FC Bayern. Vincent Kompany, the big brain one, and Christoph Freund have gone to watch him in person. A few months back, they went to watch PSG. Sorry, my teeth. I get that dentist appointment booked. Now we're in the off season. We're not in the off season, are we? Because we've got the Club World Cup literally weeks away. And you can follow the Club World Cup with us here as well, right here on the channel. German Football Spotlight. Tell your classmates, tell your workmates, tell your family, tell the people that are all around you, on that bus, on that train, in that park, in that grocery shop. Get them all in. Get them all in. Everyone welcome here. And while you're at it, think about liking. Smash that like, hit that subscribe, and tell all those people. Anyway, yes, Luis Enrique, left wing option for Bayern Munich. Go and check out that video. Link in the description down below. We're nearly there because we've got Serge Gnabry with his Disco Funkmeister hair. He's playing in the number 10. Interesting choice. And he's trying to feed the man of the hour, Thomas Muller, in his 751st game. 503rd game for Bayern Munich, FC Bayern. Last of the time in the Bundesliga. He'll still play in that Club World Cup, but it's his last ever appearance on a domestic front. How did that game finish? Slow reveal. Look at that. Wallop. Crash bang wallop. 4-0. But they made a little bit of hard work of it, I must admit. That opening goal, by the way, Michael Olise. Check it out again on Ask Jeeves. Check it out on a streaming service. Check it out by recreating it in the park. Michael Olise with a beautiful free kick with that left foot of his, killing it inside of the wall, just past the wall. In fact, it completely missed the wall, and it missed Oliver Baumann in the Hoffenheim goal. That was 1-0. Joshua Kimmich popped up on 53 to make it 2, and then it felt like it was by that point at 2-0. The big brain one, and that whole FC Bayern team, and all you fans out there as well, like Liam from the Bayern View and Dishy Danny from Always Bayern Chelsea, you were probably thinking, right, we can go on and we can break that 100 goal mark. We can hit that gallon if we just turn up the heat. And of course, on 60 minutes, what happened? He bowed out, didn't he? The king bowed out. Where's it gone? Here we are, look. 60 minutes, Thomas Muller was taken off. And on came Leroy Sané in his place. There was an interesting tweet beforehand of Leroy Sané holding up that substitute board with the numbers already laid out. So it was already a pre-scripted plan, right? That it was going to happen. He got a standing ovation, absolutely standing ovation from everyone in that entire pre-zero arena in Sinsheim. Everybody on their feet. And he milked it at full time, didn't he? By like doing that. Wee. Do you know what? He absolutely deserves all the plaudits for everything he's contributed to the Bundesliga, for his one club man, isn't he? He's a Bavarian wet dream. Anyway, so he went off on the hour mark. Harry came on. Harry was involved in this Serge Gnabry goal. Harry Do you know what, actually, and it's probably a little bit criminal of me to make this observation, but those of you who were close to it would have realised that having secured the MEISTERSCHALE last weekend, well, it was already done a few weekends, right? But anyway, on the back of the on-pitch at the Allianz celebration where they all lift the MEISTERSCHALE, there was all that Weiss beer douching, all that wheat beer ducking over each other. Then they go away to, well, they have a night celebrating. They have 2 days in Ayia Napa, right, or in Ibiza, and then they come back and have a night out with Thomas Muller and friends and family. They get into training, and they just looked a little bit like a team that had been celebrating a little bit too hard this last week, to be fair. There was some like just bizarre misplaced passes, I should say. That's not easy for me to say with these teeth. Misplaced passes out the back from Manny Neuer. Yeah, like even Eric Dyer was getting himself into some trouble. It just looked funny. Like it looked like a team that, yeah, like we're trying to pull it together like professionals. And to be fair, they did get the job done. And even Thomas Muller tweeted at full time, well, you know, if we're going to win 4-0, then maybe every team should go away to Ibiza, right? It's a good point, well made. Anyway, Harry Kane looked a bit leggy. He hit the post with a shot which arguably he would have normally scored. It comes back off the post. He's quick enough because he's intelligent, because he's a professional paid footballer, to push the pass inside, and first time Gnabry wallop 3-0. That was brilliant. And then he gets his own goal. Not an own goal. He gets his 26th goal of the season, does Harry Kane. That was late on. And that secured him that little Arsenal-esque Cannon Trophy. Yeah, we'll do a full stats review. In fact, we'll do an entire Team of the Season review in a future episode. And yeah, Harry Kane, 26 goals, and he did bag the top goal scorer Meister of the season. That was in a 4-0 win. And again, Tom Bischoff, jumping around, he came off 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes after Thomas Muller. Another standing ovation because it was Tom Bischoff's last ever game. And there were tears at full time. Baumann took the mic in front of the ultras, did a bit of a speech. Tom was in tears, visibly in tears on the bench actually, as you can see. As you can see here, look, Thomas, this is just a random person's tweet, but we like to follow this person. Tom Bischoff is a good kid, cried because he played his last game for his boyhood club before moving to Bayern. Leaving your boyhood club is never easy unless you're a certain scout whose soul has been occupied by Franco. That was a great tweet. Anyway, yeah, he was visibly moved by the reaction to the fans. And yeah, in that game, as we've said, finished 4-0. I'm just going through some of the data points here for Bayern then. Yeah, again, confirmation. 26 goals for Harry Kane, plus 8 assists. So that's 30... What's that? 32? We get this right? No, I'm way off there. Sorry, 36. No, start again. 32, I was right. No, I was 34 goal involvements. See, it feels like I've been out in Ibiza, but that's not for me. I'm an old man, nearly 44. Anyway, 34 goal involvements for Harry Kane this season. Michael Olise, he scored that wonderful free kick, and his former team, Crystal Palace, like we say, they won the FA Cup. He scored again, another assist. So what's that? That's 37 goal involvements this season. Absolutely incredible. And look at some of these stats, by the way. This is on Squawker. Michael Olise was the master at threading the needle. 16 through balls completed this season. Oh, missed my bell then. But he never misses the target, does he? And another stat here. This is on One Football. One day will be your sponsorship partner, or you'll be sponsoring us, I should say. Michael Olise is just the second FC Bayern player on record to score and assist in 4 consecutive Bundesliga games. Yep, that's a record and a half. And actually, not only did he make it into the EAFC 25 Team of the Season, he was featured in Kicker's Bundesliga Team of the Week. Look, that's an interesting lineup as well when you think about the other results that happened with Jonas Omlin, because actually Gladbach got beat. But anyway, there he is on the right. Team of the Week for Kicker, big trusted football magazine from Germany, big powerhouse. Team of the week, Michael Elise. And then Joshua Kimmich scored, as we mentioned, right? 3 goals this season, 3 goals and 6 assists, and 9 goal involvements from that defensive-minded midfielder. And Sacha Boey with a goal. Sacha Boey, that's... Oh, it's not even showing up, but he did score. He did score, look. It's... Oh, no, it was given to Gnabry, wasn't it? Sorry. My mistake. I thought he had scored. Anyway, I've highlighted him because he's played 13 times this season, but will it be his last? Because this is according to... Who's this? Turkish sports journalist from Sports Digitali in Turkey, Yazis Sambungkoglu, Sambokoglu, Yagiz. Anyway, please correct me if I'm wrong. Any Turkish fans, any Galatasaray fans out there, you know the drill. Let me know in the comment section down below. Write it out phonetically. Anyway, according to that fine sports journalist in Turkey, Yagiz Sabunkoglu, Galatasaray are in contact with Sacha Boey and FC Bayern. The Turkish side will submit an offer at the end of the season to loan him back because, of course, Bayern bought him for €30 million, but they did recently suggest that they should bring him back on loan with a future to a permanent deal. Well, this is just some insight into how that's developing, that story. The Turkish side will submit an offer at the end of the season to loan the player with an option to buy. Meanwhile, FC Bayern demanding, that's harsh language, isn't it? They would like 20 to 25 million from potential buyers, although it feels like that's a number that Galatasaray are unwilling to reach. This is an interesting stat as well. This is from Squawker. Not to be confused with Attila, the Eagle of Frankfurt. We'll cover them soon. Most passes completed in a Bundesliga season. Joshua Kimmich. Most long passes, Joshua Kimmich. Most chances created, Michael Elise. And who's going to be joining them very soon? Tom Bischoff with most tackles. And I saw that somewhere. Where's that stat gone? There it is. Look, Tom Bischoff made more tackles than any other Bundesliga player this campaign. The 19-year-old has made him a mainstay in the Hoffenheim midfield. 95 tackles this season. Look, ahead by, 26 ahead of Maxi Mittelstadt and then Benedict Gimber of FC Hoffenheim and Senny Leinen, the young Belgian. And then Nathaniel Brown, the young man from Frankfurt. So, an illustrious company, Tom Bischoff. This was interesting as well, about Jonas Erbig becomes only the 3rd player in German football history to win both the Bundesliga and the Zweite Bundesliga in the same season. And that's because he was on loan at FC Köln. And FC Köln, well, they're going back up into the Bundesliga. I think it's been a 3, maybe a 4 season hiatus for them, for FC Köln, for the Goats. Anyway, they're going to be back up. And Jonas Erbig, he lifted the MEISTERSCHALE, lifted that salad bowl for Munich a couple of weeks ago. And he was part of the team for FC Köln that went up. That's fascinating. We've talked about Tom Bischoff. Let's just have a look at his overall stats. Look, so he's only 19 years of age. He's represented Die Meisterschaft at all these ages. Look, under 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He scored in every single age category so far. Not yet broken through to the men's team, the outright adults team. But in his career to date, let's have a look at him. It's something like 70 games. I can tell you that now off the bat. Where's it gone? Where's that stat gone? It is 70 games. Yeah, there you go. Look. 70 games, sorry. Yeah, just wanted a confirmation of that. 70 times, 70 games he's played for TSG Hoffenheim. 6 goals, 5 assists, most tackles this season, as we saw here. Look, 95 tackles. He's a Keisho Sano in that midfield who actually is not listed there, which is interesting. And just to confirm again that he's off on his way to Munich. And they're trying to rush that through, by the way, ahead of the Club World Cup, which starts on June 14th. And you can consume all that coverage with us right here on the German Football Spotlight channel from June 15th going forward. Their first fixture, by the way, is against FC Auckland of New Zealand. Is it going to be a New Zealand story? It's going to be a story for Bayern Munich. We'll tell you that now. I can see them winning at a canter. That's in Cincinnati. And I believe that Dishy Danny of Always Bayern Chelsea will be there covering that game for us all, which is brilliant. Anyway, we come back, we round off on the man of the hour, Thomas Muller, saying goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen, at least to the Bundesliga, on his 503rd game. 150 goals, 211 assists, 13 trophies, 13 Meisterschales at the very least. Most decorated player of his generation. We say Auf Wiedersehen to Thomas Muller, and we say Auf Wiedersehen to you fine people as well. What we're going to do now, the Bundesliga season's over, Club World Cup, that's what we're looking forward to. Before that, we've got the DFB Pokal final in Berlin. It's going to take all our breaths away when Liga 3 Dreiter team Arminia Bielefeld take on VfB Stuttgart, Fritzl, the mascot and co. We're looking forward to that. That's next weekend. That's on the 24th of May. But for now, we say Auf Wiedersehen for Thomas Muller. What a fucking legend. If you could like and subscribe and tell your friends, your classmates, your workmates, tell your family about this channel, then you'll be a fucking legend too. And you already are in our eyes. Thank you for all your support. We're on that road to 100 subscribers. We're mid-70s now. I've had a bloody good weekend. We're churning out the content curated just for you because I do this full-time because I care. Anyway, thank you, Thomas Muller. What a legend. Thank you all as well. We'll catch you very soon. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao, ciao for now. Ciao, ciao.